Let's get started on video number 9. This is the design that we'll be working on, and I'm starting with the stems in a stem stitch. I'm using the brown number 839, and I'm going to add the stem stitch on either side of that stem. And I'm also about to show you how to actually restart when you finish your thread. So that's the end of my thread there. That's where I went in last. So this is where I have to come out from underneath. So I'm going to bring my needle up, but my thread is on the wrong side. So I actually need to just squeeze that under, bring the thread out to the other side, and now I'm good to go. So now I can just continue the stem stitch as I was before. And you're going to do that on both sides. Now over here, I just wanted to show you that I'm actually continuing that line, so I didn't stop my stem stitch because that branch is sticking out to the side. I'm actually just stitching all the way across. I hope that makes sense. I think you can see what I mean. Next, we're going to do these little, also I guess little stems, and I'm just doing them in a simple back stitch. And I've just realized that they're only on this one flower. I don't know why they're not on the other flowers. If you want, you can just add them, draw them on with a pen, and then do the line work. So just back stitch on all those little brown lines. And of course, you guessed it, these are going to be little French knots. What else would they be? Nice and simple, just a French knot on the end of each line. Now over here, I'm going to do a chain stitch. I'm going to fill that purple area with a chain stitch, but I'm actually laying the chain stitch down in the center, so I'm not outlining it. I think the chain stitch has got enough thickness and texture that it only needs to sort of sit in the middle of that shape. And I'm going to go to the end of that petal and then restart the next petal so that you can see how I do that. You might have your own way of doing it, whatever works. So I'll just do one more chain stitch on the end here, slide that needle under, and then I'm going to come out and restart the next petal, and I'm going to slide the needle under that last chain stitch and then just continue. Next, we're going to do the orange petals. Now, you know I like to keep things simple, so all I did was I literally just added a lazy daisy onto each of those petals. If you want to add more, go right ahead. You could fill them with a satin stitch if you like. For me, this was enough. Now for this red area here, this red circle, I thought I'd do something different. I really like the buttonhole stitch, so I decided to go around that red area with the buttonhole stitch. And if you don't know how to rejoin a buttonhole stitch when you're doing it in a circle, then stay until the end of the end of the red circle, because I'm going to show you how to seamlessly finish it off at the end so that you can't see where the join line is. Right, so I'm just going to add one more buttonhole stitch here. I'm almost at the end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my needle from the top through that very first stitch. Slide that through and just remember not to pull too hard, and then finish off. That's it. Next, we're just going to do those little stems there, and again, you probably guessed it, just a simple back stitch. And then those red circles are done, of course, with a satin stitch. Don't forget to start in the middle. Now the leaves. How else would I do the leaves than with my very favorite fly stitch? And of course, I like to keep the fly stitches nice and sparse so that there's gaps in between. I find that gives it really nice texture, and it also shows the color of the print underneath. So you've got like this lime green on lime green. And of course, if you want to use fill the whole shape solid, that's absolutely fine. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.